Welcome to Week 9 of Bucks Weekly. I'm Ben Robinson with Ashby Wrench. And Ashby, what do we have on slate this week?
Well, Ben, we have the volleyball team in their tournaments. The girls cross country team is getting ready for their regional meet at Troy, and the football team is wrapping up their season this week.
And we will begin with volleyball right after these messages.
Eagles does a lot for this school and this program. We need to give them some thanks. On three, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Go Eagles! Yeah! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Woo! Thank you, Covington Eagles, for all you do for Covington schools. Go Bucks!
Welcome back to Week 9 of Bucks Weekly. The Lady Bucks volleyball team saw their season end on Saturday to Greenview. Coach, you were not at full strength. Could you tell us how it unfolded?
Well, yeah, we were missing 3 starters. Both of my left sides, Legend Patty and McKenna Kostomski, coming back from injuries, and then one of our middle hitters, Lillian Hamilton. So, we threw in some JV girls, and they tried their hardest. We just didn't have the firepower that we were typically accustomed to. And running through new lineups and that kind of thing added a little bit of confusion, but everybody that I threw out there, gave it their 100%, and so you can't complain with that when they try their hardest.
Definitely. How did the girls do on postseason recognition?
Well, we were fortunate. In the league, Legend Patty received first team honors, Lindsay Kimmel received second team, and then a special mention went to Brianna Kimmel. That was wrapped up our league honors. That was 2 weeks ago. Last weekend we had our District 9 meeting, and Legend Patty received a second team placement, and Lindsay Kimmel, she was honorable mention for District 9. And then we also, we were able to put up a senior for the Senior All-Star match, so Legend Patty is, hopefully is going to be cleared in time to play in the Senior All-Star match at Springfield High School, I believe it's November 15th.
Thank you, and up next is the girls cross country team to talk about the district meet.
Hello, my name is Ron Sutherland, president of Covington Savings and Loan. We have been a part of the Covington and the surrounding community since 1886. We have been serving both savings and loan customers and help promoting home ownership. Stop by and talk with Jason for your lending needs, or see Diane in Brooklyn for all your savings needs. Thank you for your continued support to help Covington Savings and Loan continue to support the Covington community. FDIC approved.
Welcome back to Week 9 of Bucks Weekly. I'm here with junior cross country runner Ashlyn Plessinger and sophomore cross country runner Alexis Meyer. Last Saturday, the girls finished runner-up at the district meet to qualify for regional meet for the 3rd year in a row. How did you guys finish?
It was probably one of our best races this year.
And looking forward to the regional meet this Saturday, what's the type of competition?
Well, we have Fort Army, West Liberty Salem, and Versailles, which is who beat us last weekend, and Richie's right on our tail, so those are our competition.
Thank you, and after this we'll be back to talk with the Coach Cates and the football team.
Hi, this is Don Solon, pastor at Fields of Grace Worship Center. We are a non-denominational church with a contemporary casual atmosphere. We are a church committed to reaching outside our walls while at the same time caring for those that call Fields of Grace home. Maybe you know Fields of Grace by all our community events. You are always welcome to come on over for a cup of coffee Sunday mornings and check us out at fieldsofgrace.org for service times.
Welcome back to Week 9 of Bucks Weekly. The Covington football team is coming off of a 56-13 win over Twin Valley South last week on senior night. And Coach, it really had to be exciting to see your seniors go out on their last game on Smithfield with a win.
Absolutely, it was a great night to be a Buck. We came out right away, played really well. Besides the kickoff that they took back, I thought our team just played lights out. I mean, we hardly had any penalties. I don't think we had any turnovers. And just for hitting on all cylinders, they could hardly get a first down. And they have a really good running back I used to coach there, and Ryan Bassler's a nice player, and we bottled him up. And I thought Chandler Napier was a pretty decent receiver, and our DBs did a great job on him. So our defense, I was very proud of Coach Wise in the defense, and then offensively, man, we clicked, and it was good to get Zach going. Zach had 2 big scores, and he's such a critical player for us. It was good for him to get in the end zone. He's had a lot of catches. I think he leads the league in receptions, but it was nice that he hasn't had very many touchdowns. But it was nice to get 2 linemen to score, and that's something that I'll give credit back to my high school head coach, to where I got it from. The linemen never really get to touch the ball, and when they're a senior, he would if we were up big in a game, let seniors score. And some coaches may look at that as you're running it up. I look at it as, it's an opportunity to give your linemen a score, something they never really get to do. They really don't get a lot of credit. They don't get their name in the paper. Here's an opportunity to give back a little bit to the linemen. So it's great for Bowen and Bryce to get a touchdown, and I'm sure they'll remember that, and especially being on senior night. But like you said, it's a great finish for the seniors on Smithfield. They wouldn't have wanted to go out any other way, and they were pretty excited after the game, but obviously emotional, some mixed feelings after the game. They were excited that they won, but at the same time, the realization starting to hit them, like, oh man, this is the last time I'm playing it. They're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think they're finally starting to realize that football's not forever. And I think that's something we all think when we're freshmen or sophomore, man, I will play forever. And then all of a sudden, you're a senior and it's your last game, and you're like, where did the time go by? And I think they're finally starting to realize that. But yeah, it was a great night for us.
Okay, well, we will be back with 2 of the seniors that he mentioned, Bryce Kaiser and Bowen Swink, after this message.
Eagles does a lot for this school and this program. We need to give them some thanks. On 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go
Eagles! Yeah! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles! Woo! Thank you, Covington Eagles, for all you do for Covington schools. Go Bucks! Woo!
Back again in week 9 of Bucks Weekly with senior lineman Bowen Swank to my far right, and another senior offensive lineman, Bryce Kaiser, to my immediate right. And both players enjoyed the opportunity to score a touchdown last Friday against Twin Valley South. Bowen, you got to start the game off with a touchdown on our very first drive.
Mm-hmm. It was an awesome opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime type of thing, being a lineman. I think it's great that Coach Cates allows us to get that one TD for our career. It's one heck of an experience. You get that special feeling that I've never had it before myself, and it was pretty cool.
Well, and you got to see what it's like for a running back. You basically went in untouched.
Yeah.
They opened up a huge hole for you, and you walked in.
Yeah, I ran it 3 times for 5 yards. I say it's not too bad for a first time. First one, I didn't hit the hole very well, but that second one, I hit it pretty good, and Big Nate opened it up a little bit for me. I could get a couple yards, and that third run, Ethan and Ty picked a couple guys up for me and opened the hole up for me. I was able to make it in untouched. It was one heck of an experience.
And then Bryce, you got to close out the game with a touchdown there late in the game. Can you tell us about your touchdown run?
Mine was just like what Bowen said, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I thank Coach for that. It's like when you're back there, it's like the whole world stopped and you're just like focused. It's like I didn't hear anything. It's like focused on that one thing.
And you actually had an opportunity earlier in the season to maybe punch one through, but you kind of went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got the
redeem myself.
Yeah, at least you got to redeem yourself. It had to be pretty rewarding.
Yep.
Okay, well, we'll be back with Coach Sutherland, who has a special announcement.
Hello, my name is Ron Sutherland, President of Covington Savings and Loan. We have been a part of the Covington and the surrounding community since 1886. We have been serving both savings and loan customers and help promoting home ownership. Stop by and talk with Jason for your lending needs, or see Diane in Brooklyn for all your savings needs. Thank you for your continued support to help Covington Savings and Loan continue to support the Covington community. FDIC approved.
I'm here with Coach Jason Sutherland. Coach, you received a phone call today with some exciting news. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, Brandon Robinson, a senior last year, had a tryout with Ball State University football team. probably about a couple weeks ago. There was about 45 to 50 kids out there. And he actually got the phone call today that they called him that he made it. I don't know how many they took. I know he told me last year they only took one kid. So, I mean, that's obviously a pretty great accomplishment. Ball State's in the MAC, Division I. I mean, it's a big-time program. So, it was pretty exciting to get the phone call. It was awesome. He's definitely excited, and I think he'll do good things out there.
I understand you were instrumental in preparing Brandon for his walk-on at Ball State University. Can you tell us what he did to prepare?
Well, I met Brandon in January. That's when I came on staff here, and Brandon works hard. He's got all the tools himself. I mean, I just kind of was able to work with him a little bit on some speed training that I'd done in college, some flexibility training, and just kind of some more strength things, kind of football-oriented stuff. But I mean, from the second I met him, the kid he works harder than anybody I've really been around in a while, and I think that kind of goes to show how Covington kids are. I grew up in Vandalia, and you might get a handful of those kids. That's why I think Brandon's really going to do well there. It was more just being in the weight room with him. Like I said, I mean, he worked out by himself for, 2 months at Ball State. I mean, he knew what he was doing, and like I said, I really think he's going to do some really good things out there. He's going to be just kind of like AJ. I mean, they just got to give the Covington kids a chance, to be honest. So, it wasn't anything special. It's just things that I kind of picked up along the way in college and football and track, and I mean, he's really going to excel, I think. So.
Thank you, and up next, we'll have more from Coach Cates.
Color Green Photo offers a variety of photographic options for high school seniors, weddings, and families. We pride ourselves in providing creative and captivating images that have a special meaning to those we shoot. Please visit colorgreenphoto.com to view samples of our work and contact us at 937-418-0417 to schedule your next photo session.
We're back with Coach Cates, and that was some pretty exciting news from Coach Sutherland. Can you comment on that a little bit?
Yeah, Brandon Robinson, I tell you, I came into a great situation here at Covington. As we all know, we went 11-1, and a lot of that's, with the talent you have, and there was great talent in the senior class last year, and the leadership they had, and Brandon was a big pivotal part of that. But to hear that he is going to follow through on his dreams, and Ball State's giving him a chance. Ball State just got a really good young man and a pretty stinking good football player. I mean, Brandon is one of the hardest working kids that I've coached. I've been, since I've been around football, and his heart is what's going to separate him. And he's just got that football tenacity that you can't really teach to kids. And I think that's the edge that they saw. I think they saw that in him, where those things we can't coach. We can't coach a kid that want to just rip somebody's head off. And he's such a great kid off the field, and gets great grades. And then let alone. Off the field, great kid, gets good grades, and then on the field he wants to hit somebody. And he's athletic, he's fast, he's got good hands. I think last year he may have dropped one pass that touched his hands. We say if you can touch it, you can catch it. He made great plays. He's a great returner for us, and then defensively a lockdown corner. I knew that if he got a chance, he's going to prove people wrong, and that's what he wanted to do. And I'm just so proud of him that he stuck it out and said, "Coach, I'm going to try out for this team," and he made the team. So I'm very proud of him, and it's good representation of Covington. I know he's going to do great things there and prove everybody wrong, and show people like AJ did that Covington still has football players that can play at the highest level. And we have kids that can play on all levels. But we definitely have kids that can go and compete, and he's proven that. He just made the team. Now I told him, he texted me and called me, and I said, "You're not done yet," and he definitely agrees with that. Now go get playing time, go earn that spot, and I know he's going to do that. I have confidence that he's going to stick it out, and he's going to give it his best, and I won't be surprised to see him on the field in the next year or two, getting some playing time, especially on special teams, even though he's at a Division I school. And I know he's going to outwork people, so just hopefully he gets a little bigger. I know he's going to get stronger, but I think he's going to do great things at Ball State.
And for us, that's awesome, of course, being Brandon, but gets real emotional for me. But for us on our football team, we have one more game left over at National Trail, and pretty excited about the boys hopefully finishing off with the W over there.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to finish with a win. We need to send our seniors off with a win. We are a better football team than National Trail. I firmly believe that, but they are a dangerous football team. The Woodall kid's a dangerous wide receiver, tall target to throw to. They're big. They're always big up front, so that's always nerve-wracking. And we're
one of those schools that if they get confidence, they're dangerous. So I told our kids we have to, take care of business right away. Don't let them hang around, and it should be a good night for us, but we have to take care of the football. That's why you play the game. You don't play the game on paper. You got to play the game in reality, and we got to come out from the get-go and be ready to play like we did against South and take care of business. And hopefully it's a big night for the Bucks. Like you said, it's the seniors' last game. We want to finish with a win to build for the future to go into next year, and send a message that we're going to be pretty stinking good in the future. But we're excited, and it's unfortunate that our season's going to come to an end. I'm a football guy, so I don't want to coach forever. I want to coach all year long, and it's hard for me to know that it's the end. But we're going to enjoy every second of it and coach kids up, and hopefully we get everybody in the game and send the seniors off with a big win.
Okay, well that's it for week 9 of Bucks Weekly. Ashby and I will be back after this message to close things out.
Go Bucks.
This is Andy Johnson of Bucks Radio, the voice of Covington Buccaneers. Here to encourage Buccaneer fans to support local businesses. Your patronage of local businesses goes a long way in allowing them to continue to support Covington schools and Covington athletics.
That concludes week 9 of Bucks Weekly. The Covington football team travels to National Trail this Friday. You can listen live on Bucks Radio. Broadcast time 7:15 and game time 7:30. For Ben Robinson and Ashby Wrench, good night
and go Bucks.